What's up, guys? Nostal-Gi-Oh here. Been a while since I've uploaded, but I've been playing a lot of Duel Links, so I'm uploading. I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun. It's a tier 0 format, and we're not going to be talking about the tier 0 deck today. Today we're talking about Shiranui, which is, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, the only other deck that can really compete at a super high level. Of course, you can get some results with other decks, Tenyi, Live, Twin, Constellar. You can play these other decks and see results, but these are kind of the two forerunners, right? Obviously, we've seen recently, like last week, there was a really big Duel Links tournament, right? The battle phase, and 200 players, top 8 was 8 Tachyon decks. It's gross. It's gross. But this deck is playing the tech that can beat it. Mischief of the Gnomes. If you don't know what this does, you can banish it from your graveyard and reduce the levels of all monsters in each player's hand by 1. So you can make Beatrice and send this card going first against the deck, and it kind of just completely turns them off. It makes it so the deck is not doing anything. Frankly, it's doing nothing. So that's kind of what we have today, and I've been having a lot of fun with Shiranui. I got a 22 win streak just 2 days ago with this deck. It's not the exact card for card deck. It was before I was playing the Mischief of the Gnomes. The only deck that was able to take me off of that win streak was Tachyon. I played a bunch of mirrors. I beat it. I think I have a pretty good understanding of the deck. I have a couple combos to show you. Of course, the Beatrice combo, but also another one-card combo that ends on the Link or the Synchros Banished, the level 10, and another monster, and the Link 3, this one's Supremacy, on the field, because it essentially equates to a quick pop, but also that puts up a really sticky board, right? Because your Synchros can't be destroyed by card effects, and your Fires can't be destroyed by battle. It just makes it like you have to bounce or banish your monsters. It's very strong. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck, and of course, there's a lot of changes that you can do. You don't have to play Gold Sarks. You can play something other than Book of Moon. You don't have to play Droplets, but these are just the techs that I'm playing with right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and just talk about the deck. So first off, a little, deck profile. We've got the Shiranui style successor skill. The skill is insane. It does so much. It's just a ridiculous skill. Just an absolutely ridiculous skill. First off, it puts these 4 monsters into your extra deck and starts with Spectral Sword in the grave. And since it starts in the graveyard, you can use its effect turn 0, going first or second, whatever, on the first turn. It's very strong. Its other effect is, of course, you need 10 or more zombie-type monsters in your deck. Okay, not too hard to do. Really simple. You can send a level 4 monster from your hand to the graveyard and search any Shiranui card. So this can be the trap card that guarantees another turn. So if you're going first, you search the trap and you're in a good position. And also going second, you can search extenders, you can search the spell, you can search a starter. If you don't have the level 4 that plays either one of them, right? The Lone Fire Blossom one, Solitaire, or the other one that I can't think of its name. The special is the guy from deck. It's very good. And then the other effect of it is also very relevant, and like I'll show you in the combo, you use it for one of the turn 1 setups that ends on the quick pop. It's return all Synchro and Link monsters to your extra deck that are banished in graveyard, including at least 2 Synchro monsters. Banish 2 zombie-type fire monsters with different levels from your extra deck. It sounds really weird and sounds like it doesn't do anything, but I'll show you the setup that makes it relevant. Anyway, into the deck profile, this is the non-negotiable stuff here. It's 3 Solitaire, 3 Squire, 1 Samurai, 2 Spirit Master, and 2 Spectral Sword Shade for the Shiranui monsters. Now, I said it's non-negotiable, but you don't have to play 3 of any of this stuff. I like Solitaire at 3 because it's, other than Mizuki, like the best one to open. Also, same with Squire. These are the ones that are like really good that you want to draw, right? Solitaire and Squire. You don't want to draw this one. Shiranui Samurai, and I'm only playing this card because I'm playing Gold Sark. If I wasn't playing Gold Sark, I probably would not play this card because its main effect is that you can when it's banished, you can add a Shiranui monster from your graveyard to your hand. So it makes Gold Sark an incredible comeback play, rebuttal, just follow up in general. It's very strong for that reasoning. Then we're playing 2 Spirit Master. I was playing 3 of this card at one point because it is like kind of a weird starter, but its bigger effect is being banished. When it's banished, you can target a face-up card on the field and destroy it. Now, there are setups with specific more than 1 card combo hands that end with this card on the field and a strong board, one of the either, set or send the Mischief of the Gnomes or the Link 3 setup play. But There are setups that let you leave this on the field with the trap, which equates to a quick pop, once again, or a quick pop of a face-up card, and that's very good as well. So this card's really good. I'm playing 2. I definitely like playing more than 1. If you play 1, that's probably fine in a lot of builds, but I do like 2 because if I draw this card, that means that Gold Sark can't just be a pop-up card on the field, and I like the utility of the Gold Sark. Gold Sark's another card that I've seen a lot of people cutting, but I just am a big fan of Gold Sark in this deck. I just like it a lot. Then we're playing 3 Mizuki. This card is the best one typically to start with. If you discard this card for your skill, then you can go into either of the lines, right? You can go into the Link 3 line and have follow-up, as you'll see in the combo. We don't even use the Mizuki effect in the graveyard to get the Link 3 set up, which is crazy. And also, of course, these cards are fantastic. So I just maxed out on the really good cards to draw. 3 Mizuki, 3 Solitaire, 3 Squire. Also, I was playing a 20-card build for a while, but now that I'm playing the Mischief of the Gnomes and like the Spell and the Trap, we just don't really want to draw those cards, so we're kind of burying them and just playing, like maxing out on the cards we actually want to see. So yeah, 1 Samurai. You don't have to play this card if you're not playing Gold Sark. I would only really play this card if I was playing Gold Sark, but I think it's worth to play the Gold Sark stuff. And yeah, 2 of this guy. We're playing 2 of this card also. Once again, you can't really draw it. I mean, you can draw it, but you want to have 1 in your deck to summon off of the Squire. Squire does summon from hand, so if you open both, you can still summon it. But I think Solitaire only summons from deck. Yeah, from your deck. So you want to have 2 of this card just so that, you know, if you draw 1, you can still do your full combo. If you open this card and this card, you get it. And then for the text, I'm playing 3 Book of Moon and 2 Droplet. You don't have to play these cards. You can play a lot of other things, right? A lot of people are playing Compulse, Crackdown, kind of trap cards like that. But I just love the versatility of Book of Moon, being able to go second into boards, hitting a Felgrand or a Tachyon and just shutting down one of the 2 interruptions that deck always has. It's also very solid in the mirror match. You can mute down the level 10 Synchro, and then you can pop their board with cards like the Spirit Master from the Gold Sark. It's just good. It's just worth playing. I'm a big fan of this card. I like Droplet. I've been testing it. I like it. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I'd play it moving forward. It just feels really good in hands that are filled with monsters, going first or second. And once again, it adds that utility of going second, right? Because Compulse, right? You're not going to be able to set that card and activate it going second. You just can't, at least on the same turn. So I just like the versatility of Droplet being a going first and going second card. TCG players understand the strength of this card, and I think now, not even only in Live Twin, this card is seeing a lot more play just due to the strength of the boards, right? The Tachyon board is crazy. Droplet deals with it pretty effectively. I like this card a lot. Book of Moon also feels really good for that reason. Then we have, of course, the 1 spell, the 1 trap. You don't have to play the spell, I think. I think the spell's pretty mid. I've barely ever used it. I really like the trap, though. But sometimes going second, you want to search an extender, and this card's just the best one, in my opinion. I play this card sometimes. It doesn't see a lot of play for me frequently. Like, I almost never play this card. I'm still playing the 1 Econ. This card is just insane. You know, it's just really good. It's at 1, and you can utilize it really effectively in this. You know, going second, you summon this. It gets negated by, like, Felgrand. You boom, chain it, get rid of it, you resolve. It's very good. I like this card a lot. And the last card is the Mischief of the Gnomes. I'm playing just 1. You could play 3. I've seen people playing 3 of this card just to draw it, but I like to just make Beatrice and send it. Anyway, for the extra deck, we have 1 of the Squire Saga because it's the one that is not included in the bundle skill, which is weird, but cool. Doom Kaiser Dragon because the Mirror and the Mayakashi matchup do exist. I don't ever summon this card other than making Beatrice, to be honest. I think I've done it 1 time. I just don't do it, but it's a cool effect. And then we have Beatrice. Of course, this card is the reason I'm playing this build, right? Why we're playing the Mischief of the Gnomes, because we can make Beatrice with 1 card combo. I'll show you it in 1 minute. It's really good. And then I'm playing Unicorn. I don't think you have to play this. Same with the second Sucker. I'm playing 2 Vampire Sucker. I've never made the second one. It has not come up once. Maybe I'll play Phoenix or something over it. But the extra deck feels pretty tight. Or pretty loose because of the skill. It just puts all of the necessary pieces right into there, so you have so much room for tech. Of course, the Link 3 Supremacy, this is a must. You only play 1, though, so, you know, only 1 go through of that box, of the new box with this card in it, is fine. You don't have to play the Mizukis if you don't want to. I've just really liked Mizuki as my starter for the skill. But I was originally playing 0 Mizuki, and the build that I was playing that got me to 22 win streak was not playing Mizuki. So yeah, I don't think you need this card, but it does make a lot of things better, and it makes your going second a lot more resilient to interruptions a lot of the time. But sometimes, as you'll see in the combo, I don't even use this card's effect like half the time for the combos. It's crazy. Then we have this card, which is cool going second. I've made this, I think, one time. It negates a card on the field when you make it. If this card is special summon, you can target one effect monster on the field, negate its effects. The other effects feel irrelevant, but they definitely exist, right? Quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one zombie monster synchro in your graveyard or banished. I'm sure that comes up a lot. It hasn't for me, but it definitely can, because if you special summon the level 10 synchro, then you can pop, which is really good. I mean, that's the setup that this card brings along. It's really good. And I think one Vampire Sucker is great, right? It comes up all the time. You want to just draw a card off Mizuki. It's a crazy extender. I've never used its other effect to special summon a different card, but I use the effect to draw all the time. It's really good. I draw into cards like Droplets, Book of Moons, Gold Sarks going second, Econs. It's just really good. Anyway, that is it for the deck profile portion of the video. Let's go ahead and show a couple combos. And they're just the simple one-card combos. I don't have replays because I wasn't really thinking I was going to make a video on this, but I just wanted to today. I don't really know why, but anyway, here we are. Here's the first combo. It's a one-card Mizuki starter combo that gets us to Beatrice. So we start with the Spectral Sword in Graveyard, of course, and I'm only showing with one card in hand, but you will have 3 other cards in hand. So you might have some, non-engine cards or some combinations that make a better board that, you'll figure out as you play, for sure. Anyway, Mizuki, you use your skill effect, you discard the Mizuki, search yourself a level 4 monster, or a Shiranui monster, right? But here we're getting Solitaire. You go normal summon Solitaire and use its effect, Lone Fire Blossom, out to the level 3. Now you're going to use the Shiranui Spectral Sword from the graveyard to banish itself and the Solitaire to make a level 6 synchro. Then you're going to use Solitaire's effect to special summon. We don't even actually. We skip that. And we're going to go ahead and use Spectral Sword and special summon the 2 guys. And look at that. We have 2 level 6s on the field just like that. It's crazy. Look at that. Boom. Now we make Beatrice and detach and send the Mischief of the Gnomes. And like I said, there's a lot of combos that are way better, but not one-card combos. One-card combo gets you to Beatrice every time easily. Let's show a different starter. It doesn't really matter. It gets there pretty much the same. So we're going to go Spectral Sword. We're going to go Skill, discarding Solitaire. Like I said, you're going to have 3 other cards in hand, by the way. We're going to normal summon this Squire, special summon the Spectral Sword. We're going to banish the Spectral Sword and Solitaire to make the level 6. Now we're going to use the Solitaire effect to special summon out the Spectral Sword from the banished, and then we're going to sync those 2 together to make a 6. And now we have Beatrice plus Spectral Sword. So if you can protect this card, which you probably can if all of their cards are level 7 against Tachyon, their deck is not doing a lot. They might be able to remove this, but it doesn't really matter, right? It does not really matter. So yeah, that's the combo. And, like I said, this is one card combo. You have other cards in hand. So if you do have, already the starter, you can search the trap card and guarantee you don't die. Very good. It's very good. And guarantee is a little soft guarantee because if they have MST or Cosmic Cyclone, then they get rid of the trap. Whatever. Who cares, right? Hypothetical gameplay. Send Mischief of the Gnomes. It's great. Now, real quick, let me show you a non-Mischief of the Gnomes combo, just so you have more of a grasp on the deck. Anyway, we're going to start off, once again, 1-card combo, starting with Mizuki, Spectral Sword, and Grave. We're going to go Skill Effect, discard the Mizuki, then we're going to search out our Squire. We're going to go normal summon the Squire, special summon out the Spectral Sword, and the Squire is going to make the level 7 synchro. Then we're going to use the Spectral Sword, banishing the Squire and itself. And then here we get a draw 1, discard 1 from Squire being banished, which is cool, but not too relevant. And then we're going to banish the Mizuki, special summon out the Spectral Sword. We're going to turn those. We're going to use that effect, special summon out our Spectral Sword and Squire. Then we're going to turn those into the Link 3, utilizing both of the Synchros and the Spectral Sword. This is important because you need to have 2 of these in the graveyard or banished, And this guy is great to have in the graveyard for the next turn. You have follow-up, which is very good. And then we're going to use our skill. We're going to return the 2 Synchros, and then we're going to banish, importantly, the level 10. And the level 5 because they have to have different levels. And then on their turn, we have the quick effect to special summon our level 10, and he has the effect on special summon to put back the Squire Saga and pop, or the Sword Saga and pop. And also, this is just like a very sticky board, right? This card says synchro monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects, and fire monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. This also prevents your own Pokemon. I'm insane. This affects your own cards from being destroyed as well. So it's just a very sticky board. It's hard to deal with, and there's a really good setup. And like I said, 1-card combo, right? You can make the Super Plus boards. Sometimes you can make like Beatrice plus this, which is an absurd hand of all monsters, and it's very gross. And maybe I'll show you some cool replays of this deck in action here soon, if that's something you're interested in. Anyway, kind of long video. I wasn't expecting this to be 15 minutes, but here we are. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really like this format. I think this deck is really fun, and I've been playing a lot of Tachyon also. And maybe I'll do a video on the Tier 0 deck Tachyon, but you guys probably already seen that. If you do want to see some replays of this deck or the Tachyon deck, tell me. I'm going to be playing a bunch more still in these next couple of days, like practicing, getting ready for the tournaments that are upcoming, like the big tournaments. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, comment it down below. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, and goodbye.